All that Jessie Govan means to this year's Georgetown men's basketball team was on display Wednesday night in the span of 25 seconds late in the first half of the Hoyas' 102-68 win over Mount St. Mary's. With 5 minutes left until intermission, and the Mountaineers bringing the ball down the floor, the junior center barked defensive instructions at freshman forward Jamorko Pickett, reached to secure the rebound on an off-target three-pointer, arched his 6'10" frame onto his tiptoes to keep the ball inbounds, then heaved the ball back up the floor. Sophomore guard Jagan Mosely capped the sequence with a jumper that put the Hoyas up 20 points and forced the Mountaineers to take a timeout. Govan showed himself to be a veteran leader, the team's best defender and its offensive linchpin. If there was a takeaway from Georgetown's second game with Patrick Ewing at the helm, against a team it hasn't lost to since 1961, it was that Govan is the team's engine, and he embraces the role. Ewing's first Georgetown recruiting class adds 4-star forward Josh LeBlanc. "If I play my hardest and lead this team," Govan said, "then we're going to win." It helped that Mount St. Mary's was missing its best defender, 6'8" senior forward Chris Ray, who was out with a broken wrist. Without Ray to match up against Govan, the big man went off for 20 points, missing just 2 of his 9 attempts from the floor, sinking all 3 of his three-pointers, pulling in a game-high 14 rebounds and dishing 4 assists in 27 minutes. He went out of the game for good with just over 6 minutes remaining and walked to the bench to scattered but appreciative applause from an announced crowd of 5,064 at Capital One Arena. It was the junior's second double-double to open the season, after scoring 20 points and notching a team-high 15 rebounds in Sunday's season-opening win over Jacksonville. Ewing has long said Govan, alongside junior forward Marcus Derrickson, would be key to the Hoyas' success in his inaugural season. He told Govan, as soon as he took the job in April, that he was going to be particularly hard on the center. Govan sees the attention as a positive. "It's a refresher that Coach Ewing has been really hard on me," Govan said. "He makes that known, that he's going to be hard on me. So it's nothing that I haven't expected so far. I know everything that he's trying to tell me is for my own good. I'm just trying to listen. He's been successful at my position for so many years, so I've just got to listen." The junior led a group of dynamic scorers that exploited a size advantage against overmatched Mount St. Mary's. Freshman Jagan Mosely earned his first start of the season in place of his classmate, Pickett, and scored 19 points on 8 of 15 shooting, including 2 three-pointers, and had 5 assists. Mosely added 15 points and 5 assists off the bench, and junior Caleb Johnson and Pickett had 14 points apiece. Georgetown shot 57.4% from the floor to the Mountaineers' 38.5%. Senior guard Junior Robinson led a young team. The Mountaineers have 12 freshmen on their roster, with 26 points on 19 shots. Georgetown played at the high-tempo clip Ewing prefers, but with that came 16 turnovers, 5 of which were from starting guard Jonathan Mulmore. When asked what improvements he saw from Sunday's season opener against Jacksonville, Ewing chuckled, then said, "We didn't turn the ball over as much." As Georgetown's coach, Ewing has been forced into a higher tempo. The Hoyas had 18 turnovers Sunday, figuring out how to balance a fast pace and more stringent ball security is one of Ewing's biggest concerns in this non-conference slate. Sports Daily Newsletter. Sports news with a focus on DC area teams. Sign up. "I want to push the pace, I want it to be fast, but while we're pushing it, I want to cut our turnovers down," he said. "If we're going to beat the elite teams that we're going to be facing in the Big East, we have to cut our turnovers down. Otherwise." Georgetown's biggest improvement from Sunday's game came on the boards. The Hoyas tied the equally outsized Jacksonville with 37 rebounds in the opener. Against the Mountaineers, they enjoyed a 51-23 advantage. "Jessie really set the tone rebounding," said Johnson, who had 7 boards. "He was a big presence down there. I was just trying to come in from the outskirts because Jessie kind of controlled the boards, especially throughout the first half. Govan likes that his team depends on him. He viewed Ewing's hiring in the spring as something of a second chance as he enters the second half of his college career. The New York native avoided setting strict goals for himself at the start of the season. He simply wants to win. "It's good to have these guys to look up to me," Govan said. "I've been here 3 years, so they know I kind of know how college basketball works and all that. I'm trying to do my best to put them in the right direction so we can be successful."